You, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back. Continuing from the other video. I don't know if y'all see the other video or not, but if y'all do this what I'm saying right now will make sense to y'all. For those who did see it, you know what I'm talking about. Um, so let's continue the bit. Let's continue. Let's start. What we're reacting to is the pioneer of fat acceptance movement admits she regrets it. She gets canceled immediately. That's crazy. For you to pioneer something and then like they cancel you for it, I think that's kind of crazy. But listen, I'm gonna continue my workouts. I did my push-up. Well, I didn't finish my 100 push-ups, but I'm gonna use this to do. If niggas all follow me with the push-up, you feel me? Uneven side push-up. Get that down and get it over with. All right, let me push this back. Get that right there. All right, let's get it. Whatever it is, whatever it is, whatever it is. All right, let's go, people.
I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. Don't let that shit with your head. Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch it no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement, and I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but being a pioneer in this game, like I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. So when I say I'm a pioneer, I'm a pioneer. I'm one of the main
Yeah, talk your shit, girl. Talk your shit. We let them know who you are. Talk your shit.
reasons why we have the plus size fashion industry that we have. And you could argue with anybody, that's the truth. And my point is that I see a lot of fat girls who gained a lot of weight from being caught up in this movement and turning around 5, 6, 7 years later talking about, damn, I let my health go to shit. I got this problem now. I'm 400 pounds. I can't do this. I can't do that. Babe, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being attractive, being able to still wear nice clothes is not the end all be all. You got to really think about your health. Because when you're in your 20s, you think that life is just rainbows and candy. You don't even think about the future. But when you start creeping up in age, babes, it's gonna catch up to you. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not saying that every
Listen, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on, I'm sorry. Alright, real quick. I'm speaking from my personal point of view. Y'all see me? Hold on, let me put it up here. So maybe right here works, right here works. Alright, so look. Y'all see me? Right? Well, y'all see me? I've always had a I've always had a I don't know, slim, skinny. I've always had like a small body. When I went to high school, I was always a skinny nigga. I weighed right now. I weigh maybe my weight has always been the lowest 130, highest 155 around there. I've always maintained that space. I've never really worked out at all, at all. I'm 29 now. I'm 29. I don't look it, right? I don't. But I'm 29 now. Working out younger or caring about your body younger, whether you're being fat, too skinny, whatever it is, working out at a younger age is 20 times more easier than when you get older because it's going to be harder. You don't have enough energy, you don't have enough stamina, you don't have the discipline no more to have a consistent workout plan. As when you're young, you have all of that shit. For me, for niggas, it's testosterone or whatever. Listen, if you're a fat nigga, right, and yeah, I could do this. If you're a fat nigga, right, and you out of shape, real talk, and you a young nigga, like you in your 18, like you in your teenagers, 15, 16, 17, 18, even all the way up until I'm 29, like 23, 25, bro, work out. Use that time to work out because that's when you really gonna get your physique the way you want that shit to go. The older the older you are and the longer you wait, the harder that shit is gonna be. That's just how shit is. So real talk, bro. Work out. Like for me, I always had like y'all can see the abs, right? I've always had abs. Yeah, y'all see my top two? That shit never showed. It was always like this. This was my abs. You know why? Because I never did push-ups ever. Apparently for guys, because y'all might not, because I didn't know this. You could do as much crunches as you want. If you don't do push-ups and get your chest developed, you will never see these two abs. I'm just now starting to do that shit. Yo, take your health seriously. For real, especially if you, like I have sickle cell. If you have certain health conditions that you have, working out, not even working out, but being healthy, having a diet, being sustained, bro, that shit goes a long fucking way, not only for your mental, but for your physical health. Like, I love how I look. I'm not gonna, I definitely want to get better. I want my ass, I want to lose the fat. I want the obliques. I want the side shits. But I like how I look. Like, I'm not, like the nipples. My nipple used to be one of my biggest insecurities. Biggest. Cause come on, it's understandable. If I rub them, they go back to, they kind of go back to normal. Or if I get goosebumps, they go back to normal. But right now, I don't give a fuck. I like my body. I'm happy with what I have right now, and I'm still trying to get better with it. So listen, and if y'all don't gotta take my word for it. Listen to Shorty. Let's see what Shorty has to say. Wait, hold on. Let's Control Z, and let's get back to the video. Let's go.
Fat person is unhealthy. Hello, I'm fat. I'm not claiming that you gotta hate fat people. That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. But let's be for real. Health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that shit is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me fucking tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size. Wear the clothes you want to wear, but don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes. Don't forget that your blood sugar has to keep a balance, babe. No amount of Instagram pictures looking cute and being an influencer wearing a size whatever you are is going to stop your heart from not beating if you eating bacon every day. And this is coming from someone who's learning those fucking...
That's a fact. That is a fact. Now imagine if she learned what she learned 10, 5, 10, 6, maybe even 8 years ago. I promise you Shorty will look amazing. She got a cute face. If the body was on point,
those
she would have been an easy 8.
those lessons now myself. So to the younger girls, the younger generation, take care of your health. It's not fat phobic to take care of your health. It's not a joke. And I'm saying this out of love, not out of self-hate. I see a lot of my fellow content creator, fellow plus size, fellow bloggers, whatever you want to call them, plus size models, now talking about wanting to get healthy, now talking about needing to da. Because 5, 6, 7 years ago, when they were 22, when they were 21, 25, it wasn't a problem. Now you're 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, whatever the case is, and you're like, damn, I can't get pregnant. I have this problem. I got that problem. The problems creep up, babe. And the reality is, loving yourself also includes taking care of your body. If you want this body to last 100 years, you got to take care of it. So don't let nobody else convince you that taking care of your health is fat phobic. And if somebody's telling you that, it's because they're miserable and they want you to die and stay fat like them.
These are clips in reaction to what the other girl has just said.
I don't even like to make videos anymore, but I have to say something about this because I have some own opinions on this. As a fat person myself, why are you mad that there are more fat influencers?
My fault. Let me in back. I want to hear what she said.
Reaction to what the other girl has just said.
And they want you to die and stay fat like them.
These are clips in reaction to what the other girl has just said.
Okay, so these are other, I guess, chubby people that reacting to what Shorty said. Or let me just say fat people.
I don't even like to make videos anymore, but I have to say something about this because I have some own opinions on this. As a fat person myself, why are you mad that there are more fat influencers? We grew up not having any, us the people that are in our 20s grew up not having any. Tumblr promoted very much pro-animal shit, and there are ways we can censor that now because there are more fat creators that people can go to look for. I don't think that y'all really care about other people's health because y'all don't talk about skinny people. Y'all don't talk about, y'all don't, your mindset, you don't have disabled people in your mind. You don't have people that have
Yo,
medical issues. You don't have people that were...
I know there's nobody in my house right now besides me. But I'm a very paranoid pussy when it comes to supernatural shit. Y'all ever, you know there's no one in your house, but then when you hear something, whether it's it's the wind closing the door, it's the wind doing something to something, but it still scares you. You still look back and like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that's me. Bro, nah, hold on. I'm not tweaking, bro. I'm not tweaking. I'm gonna leave that light on behind me. I'm not tweaking.
Born that way. My uncle was born big bone.
Stop
Your uncle was born big bone? Shut the fuck up, bitch.
using disabled people
Please.
to shield yourself from valid criticism. It ain't because they got a valid reason to be fat that
She's not mad about fucking fat. She's not mad about fat fluencer. She's not mad about that. What she's saying is a fact. Overweight people tend to die longer than healthy people. That is a fucking proven fact. Being overweight comes with a lot of fucking other issues. Heartburn. I said heartburn. I don't know. But heartburn, high cholesterol, fucking heart disease, diabetes, high sugar, even low blood pressure. A lot of shit come with being obese that you can avoid by just being healthy, by just eating right, dieting, drinking water, exercising. So her telling you, like, she was right, bro. Even in the video that she posted, she like, don't let these people fucking try to tell you it's okay to stay fat because they just unhappy people and they want you to suffer with them. That's a fact. You're mad at her for telling people to be healthy? I would never understand this body positivity bullshit. It's causing people death. It's causing people to die. You're mad at them. You're mad at her for wanting people to be healthy and live longer. That's crazy.
it makes
I gotta do 10 more than that, and I'm at about 100 push-ups. So come on.
not even that, because even disabled people like we have to do a lot to maintain it and fight it. Okay, and they're not talking like you. Don't use. Oh, they got a thyroid. That's not you. Stop. And the people you're using hate when you do that too. They hate it. Don't you only care about disabled people when they're convenient for your argument.
The percentage of people affected with hyperthyroidism is 5%. It's not all y'all. Move on.
So I already left a comment about this, and I wasn't gonna say anything else because my moods are already gathering her. But I gotta say something. Like, I really tend to sit back and mind my business. I'm not minding my business because it's people like her that genuinely make my ass itch to the 10th degree. Y'all only ever want to have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to fat people.
No.
But aren't fat people one of a type of people that need health and wellness? Who you going? I mean, if I see an anorexic person, the same thing. Eat more. A fat person eat less. Yeah, I know y'all people when you see bitches with their rib bones out and arrested them as fuck, they actually call them crackheads. So now that people want you to be healthy, you say, yo, I don't get why. Why are you mad at somebody for wanting better for you? Whatever.
That isn't true. People have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to alcoholics, when it comes to people on substance abuse. People talk about health and wellness on a whole different variety of stuff. They talk about it in a sexual context when people are out there doing things frivolously. That's why there's so much sexual awareness. We talk about health so fucking often, it's crazy. And I'm grateful. I think it's good. We need to be more conscious, especially when there's so much bad shit that we can eat. There's so many bad habits we can easily fall into. When so many things are easily accessible, we're talking about banning cigarettes in places. Health is a common discussion.
I did my 100 push-ups for the day. Yo, when I first started doing this, whole 100 push-up shit, bro, I was doing 10 sets of 10 to get to 100. I was struggling to get through all that. Now I do 5 sets of 20, and it only took me 40 minutes to get through it. Progress, baby. Progress. Alright, let's go back to the video. I'll finish myself. Wait, hold on, Control Z. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go back to the video.
In our zeitgeist, because people are becoming much more health conscious today than they have ever been. I grew up in a time where people used to be smoking indoors. How do you think that changed? People started voicing health concerns. It became a big topic of conversations, and then there was a bunch of laws that ended up being passed because they felt like it was an issue. And the same thing he said for a lot of different habits. Health is often discussed, so I reject the notion that we don't talk about it. That is not true. What do you want?
No?
No? Okay.
I didn't.
Sorry.
Let me say that one more time. Y'all only ever want to have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to fat people. Y'all are not addressing food deserts. Y'all not talking about how unaffordable healthcare is. You're not bringing up the fact that people with diabetes have to ration their insulin because they can't afford it. Do you know how expensive asthma inhalers are? Like, do you understand that people don't have access to basic resources?
What is this deflection?
I don't know what any of that has to do with anything. Y'all just see me doing 100 push-ups on a fucking carpet and rug. You have access to if you have access to fucking to open space, you can't exercise. You can. And how much did that cost me? $0. What are you talking about? We're not talking about the healthcare system. She's talking about exercising and health in general. Yes, the healthcare system is expensive. Yes, I completely agree with you. Insulin, asthma, pumps, diabetes, all of that shit it's expensive if you don't have insurance. So I could understand that. But before you get to the point where you need the fat sucked out your stomach, or you need to get a fucking or to the point where you need a fucking a liable suction, a fucking a heart transplant, whatever it is that you need to where you need surgery for that costs like a pretty penny. Before you get to that point, what she's trying to say is be healthy, exercise, do certain things. Just walking around the block is free 99. Just jogging is free 99. I don't have a gym membership. I work out at home. I fucking I bought weights. This is like $25 to $50, bro. 25 pounds. 25 to like $50. And that's it. That is it, bro. So I get the expensive shit. I get the expense, but to an extent. You don't need money to work out. You don't need money to be healthy. You don't.
I remember people talking about healthcare not being accessible for a long time. It has nothing to do with you. People with all kinds of disabilities, different issues, health problems, having to go to avoid the hospital because you don't want to pay a big medical bill. Like, this has been a topic. How do you think Obamacare even came about, or some of the subsequent bills that came afterwards? This idea that people don't talk about the healthcare system and how things are unaffordable is totally not true. It's just not true. This comes down to the same thing that I was saying earlier, was like, it almost looks like every fat person who like does this kind of stuff online has the same talking points, and they repeat it verbatim. Mm-hmm. You bring up that there's a health crisis and that people got to make better choices, and they start rattling off things where they can deflect and not have to talk about the issue at hand.
But that's exactly what someone that is triggered does. They don't necessarily answer the question, or they don't really, whenever I'm going to do a video talking about whatever the person is, like a reaction, but she's not responding to whatever, anything she said, the other person said. That's most.
I don't care how many of her cronies want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, she just cares about people. She just wants people to be healthy. I don't care. All you have is an opinion and a preconceived notion about what health is. I'm not moved. Nobody.
A preconceived notion of what health is. Alright. Is it possible to be overweight and healthy? Something. MD, yes. You can be overweight and metabolically healthy at the same time. We know that obesity is a disease that affects the mind in many different ways. 13 types of cancer and 200 other health conditions are related to obesity. New study, the short answer, being a little fat isn't too bad, especially if you're already a senior citizen. But the fatter you are, the shorter your life expectancy. And shorty, hold on, where we at? You look like you have a very short life. Like, your breast is already taking off 10 years each. Imagine everything else on you. Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm moving over here.
We don't have to move you. It'd be very difficult, but we don't have to.
Oh,
we're not even gonna try. No, I don't care. I don't care. We don't gotta move you. You gonna hit your 40s and you gonna be moved by the doctor. You gonna be moved by a health diagnosis. You gonna be moved by your shortness of breath. You gonna be moved when you struggle to take a shit. You gonna be moved when you struggle to get out of cars. You gonna be moving, and you gonna be moved when you can't move because your knees are fucked up. We don't gotta do nothing. You will see the dark future that comes for you, because guess what, honey? Nobody gets to be your weight and gets to be very old in life. They don't. Vast majority of them are dying. I don't have sympathy. I start to lose it after a time when I realize that you are out here hurting other people with this rhetoric. You lose me. Because I've seen too many people I care about have to die. People that were amazing contributors in society died because they didn't have any more limbs to cut off after diabetes. Their heart just gave out.
Life is gonna do two things: either move you or remove you.
Like I really don't get how it's a bad thing to preach for fucking. I don't know where do we take this left turn where like wanting people to be healthy, wanting people not to be fat is a bad thing. I don't know where we took a turn where being fat is looked at as praiseworthy. All you're doing is fucking eating your life away. Imagine you talking about healthcare being expensive, but imagine how much money you spend on food alone maintaining your fucking weight. Because you're gonna be hungry every other second because your body is used to eating a certain amount of food, and if you don't get that shit, you're gonna be hungry, and you're not gonna exercise to try to. You're not gonna let that hunger sit. You're gonna find something to eat and fucking starve and fill that hunger. Me, when I get hungry, I drink water to know if it's really hunger or if my stomach is just wants something to fucking eat. If I drink water and I'm still fucking starving or hungry, then I go get food. But bro, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. This is society. Oh my fucking god, we took a left turn. We took a major fucking left turn, bro.
Bars.
That is a bar. That is a bar. That is a bar. Say that shit again.
Life is gonna do two things: either move you or remove you.
Yo.
And I've been moved. Trust me.
Yep.
Thought this one was really interesting because like her main rebuttal was just immediately drawing a bunch of like false equivalencies to try and make her point when really they have nothing to do with anything. Like, yes, all of those things are very valid things to talk about in the medical system, very valid concerns, but just because all of those things exist does not mean we shouldn't talk about other things that exist.
Thank you. Shout out to you, homegirl. Who is this? Megan Ann? Shout outs to you, Banks.
Megan Ann.
Are you really gonna sit here and tell me obese people aren't as big as you think they are? Because when I look at this photo,
That's wild.
what? I'm not saying that you have to look like the two women on the left, but
Bro, to fuck her, you have to lift up the bitches. That is fucking wild, bro. She could be 2 months. She could be fucking 9 months pregnant and never know. That's another thing. You know how much stories you hear about fat bitches not knowing that they're fucking pregnant because they're just that fat? Jesus Christ. Look at this. Your bones are fucking crying for help. You can't stand up long because of all of it. Her poor ankles, bro.
there is something clearly wrong with the woman on the right. Not saying that she's not worthy and deserving of love, because she is, but she's unhealthy. She can hardly fit in her freaking shoes. I am so confused. Why on earth would we promote people walking around and looking like this? It's not healthy. And it's honestly mean to say that someone is beautiful and all this stuff when it's like we're literally lying to them and making them think that it's okay to be that way when it's really not, because it's hurting their health and it's shortening their lives. If you really care about people, you tell them the truth.
I just saw the video that everyone on body positive TikTok is talking about, and I want to make a very quick point that anyone who talks about fatness being trendy or a trend or cool, don't listen to them. They're not credible. Anyone who says that is honestly delusional, because look at how fat phobic and diet centric and just demonized fat people and fatness is in society. Who is saying it's a trend? Who is saying it's trendy? It's demonized everywhere. What's to look forward to? What's cool about it? What's trendy? Getting harassed on every single platform?
You can be both. You can be trendy and demonized. Black people are demonized, but hella trendy. It's been trendy on TikTok. People are stealing the dances and doing that and everything in the third, stealing the music and all that. Trendy, demonized. You can be both. So the fact that some bad thing is that you could be, life is not one etiquette, one tag. People can be many things at the same time. And sometimes those things are the opposite.
True. I'll give you. Go ahead.
Sometimes, not long ago, Kim Kardashian was talking about the beauty standards. And she was saying, oh, the beauty standards it's so excessive and it's hard to keep up and this and that. And I went, bitch, you're the beauty standard.
True.
You are the reason why people are like that. People look like you, but this thing can become bigger than you, and you have to keep up with it, hence making you also a victim of what you created.
Yeah, Kim K got a patent on BBLs. Every time you get a BBL, $1 goes to her legal fund that she uses against Kanye.
That's cap, but that's funny. That's cap, but that's funny. but that's pretty much it. So yeah, the fact that you could be one and the other, yeah, it's possible.
So you speak to your example, we demonize pills and illegal substances all the time. Guess what? There's also other subsets of our culture that encourage it. Remember lean in music? There's ways in which, even though something can be demonized in certain subsectors, in other ones we can be encouraging and pushing it to people and making it cool and accessible. Hence what he's talking about right there. Even though in general society looks down on this whole being fat and being obese, absolutely. There's other subsections of the internet in different places which encourages it, which makes it acceptable, or almost enables people to continue doing so. When they were out here saying, like, you can eat anything, there are no bad foods. If you want to eat Oreos, go ahead. And they're saying stupid, and that's a nutritionist paid for by food companies. That's them creating messaging to get to you. And it's not even individuals and just influencers. Companies are literally paying millions of dollars in marketing money to get certain kinds of messaging out there to make their terrible foods more appealing to you. This is not even just an individual thing. There are systemic problems that encourage a lot of this stuff. But there's absolutely culturally issues that enable your behavior.
I don't think being fat is trendy, but I do think it honestly has become more socially acceptable over time. I'm not saying
It's definitely a lot more fucking socially acceptable, especially in this day and age.
that's a bad thing either, because representation is very important. I think we also have to be honest.
No, that is a bad thing. It's a bad thing because that is socially acceptable, it slowly becomes the norm. Because that now, before you, it's not the same no more. Like if you were ashamed before of being fat, you would be discouraged of being fat. You know what? Like, you feel me? Like, because it's looked upon as a bad thing, so you would try to avoid that thing. Like being labeled a fucking prostitute or a porn star back then was a bad thing. Now that it's become more socially acceptable, look at all the people look at all the OnlyFans stars. Look at all the shit that came up from it. So it's definitely a bad thing. It's fucking up the society, because now fat people being fat or being being fat, overweight, or obese is fucking praised and looked at as beautiful. But yet, once you call it's always skinnier people calling fat people beautiful. But yet, when when you call them fat or compare them to a fat person, it's an issue. What's the issue then if it's beautiful? I dare you to call to whoever's watching this, bro. Go outside in the street and find a girl and be like, damn, bitch, you look like Lizzo, and see how she reacts. Let me know. Let me know if she's okay with that. Versus, damn, girl, you look like Kim Kardashian. Damn, you look like Lauren London. Well, Lauren London is kind of chubbier now, but okay. So let's say, damn, you look like Ice Spice. Let's see the difference.
And also, just absolutely not surprising that like a fat acceptance creator would just diminish someone else's experience right away without really listening to what they're trying to say. I feel like that happens often. Somebody
who was part of the whole fat acceptance thing and a pioneer of it realized some of the things that are wrong with it. And now she's being accused of being a grifter, a sellout, engaging in fat phobia, for telling people to be health conscious, to really start to take it into consideration. And now it got so bad, she ended up deleting her video and pretty much going offline for a little bit because she was being harassed by so many of these people from the fat acceptance movement.
Listen,
that shit is crazy.
It's either life moves you or it removes you. Do things. So do what you got to do.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's know what you guys think.
All right, that's it. That's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the content, man. Let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. Honestly, I think the fat phobia shit is getting out of hand. Honest to God, I think it's getting out of hand. It's fucking up society. Real talk, it's fucking up society. Be easy, y'all.